Starting around 6 p.m., North Attleborough saw about 5 inches of rain in a span of 3 to 4 hours, coupled with a significant rainfall from the Saturday before. The town has seen approximately 10 inches of rain in the past 72 hours. Last night's storm did cause significant damage to a number of homes and roads throughout the town. And currently sections of Hoppin Hill Avenue, and Old Post Road are closed due to infrastructure concerns. As of this morning, approximately 200 homes were reported to have had flood damage in and around town. The North Attleborough Police and Fire Departments have responded to over 150 calls for service last night alone, coupled with the number of calls for service we had on Saturday as well. And the majority of these are related to flooding and water issues. We are continuing to monitor the weather, and we do acknowledge that there's a hurricane coming that we're watching. We got our eye on that. Residents who still have issues or concerns, I would like you to, let you know that the town is here to help. Please call 508-695-1212. And again, any resident that needs help, please call us, let us know. I also encourage you to download the Code Red app. That is a management system that we use for notification here, as well as C-Click Fix that we use. You can report any kind of issues that you're having.
So this is the second large event that we've had in 3 days. On Saturday afternoon, we had a significant storm, over 4 inches in our downtown area, which is exacerbated by the 10 Mile River, which flows behind us and through the downtown, flooding a number of areas and businesses throughout town. Our team spent a number of hours here cleaning that up on Saturday, spent all day Monday cleaning the roads, clearing the catch basins, only to have a storm last night of about 5 inches that the ground was saturated. We had a significant amount of undermining of roadways, a number of locations that were temporarily blocked. One of the things people need to know in events like this, you really need to stay off the road if you can. You really need to abide by the barricades that we have set up. It just makes our job more difficult. I had a number of personnel in. It's already difficult when you have falling trees, roadways that you can't tell whether or not they're undermined, and having to deal with stranded motorists just makes it more difficult.
This is one of the most severe storms I've seen in my career as a firefighter for the last 26 years in the town. Of how quickly the rain came down and how quickly the water rose overnight. Our crews made over a dozen rescues last night from vehicles and houses in the south end of town. We received mutual aid from over 20 communities last night, from as far away as Wareham and Onset to Smithfield, Rhode Island. We activated the Bristol County Technical Rescue Team with their swift water assets to assist with evacuations. We also activated a structural task force within the fire mobilization plan throughout the state, bringing those fire apparatus in. In total, we had about 120 firefighters in town last night, handling 150 calls of service. We had all the calls cleared for the most part by midnight last night, and today we're still receiving calls for flooded basements and people in need.
Last night we had an unprecedented type of event, something that's very difficult to prepare for because it's flooding. Around 6 o'clock last night is when things started to escalate for us. We had the south end of town, around the mall, we had a tree actually come down on a large switch pole behind the mall, which took out customers going back to our substation on Landry Avenue, all the way down to the southwest part of town. Right when we were thinking that was clear, the flooding is what caused another switch to go and trip. Actually completely fail, complete meltdown, down by the south end of town off of Route 1 near the old Christmas tree shop building, Guitar Center, that area. The issue was there was about 3 feet of water. We couldn't access the equipment until 2 or 3 hours after that event, and then we were able to get in there, assess the damage, and sure enough, the water that had gotten into that switch caused a failure, which took out 2 additional circuits. At 10:45 last night, we had the majority of customers back in service. We had about 30 commercial, industrial customers still out of power. We still have some issues or scattered incidents where we have customers whose basements are flooded, unsafe conditions, and we have pulled power from that to try to create a safer environment for them. As of this morning, all of Route 1 is back in service, and our switch was replaced. 6 of our line crew and a number of our substation folks and meter department were out all night. checking in with police, fire. I was part of the EOC for a little while last night until we broke down and reassembled this morning.